Rawson, I'm trying to get to the point where you start telling them that Ms. Sementilli was involved. Okay?
Okay.
In the beginning of your proffer with the detectives, and there was 2 days of a proffer, right?
Yes, sir.
You broke for 1 day, and then you came back the next day, correct?
A couple days after.
And you didn't, from the beginning, start telling them Monica Sementilli was involved. You didn't say that till later on in the proffer. Isn't that true? After you talk to your attorney some more?
I believe so.
You believe I'm sorry.
Everything that I told him came from Baker via Monica from his cell phone. Everything that I was told, he didn't move until he got a text message. So when he got a text message about the killing of Mr. Fabio, everything he did after he got a text message, which told me that he was talking to her via text message. I did not hear him talk to her on the phone. I did not talk to her on the phone. But everything that happened in sequence was after he talked to her. I got pulled in because I don't know why I got pulled in, but I got pulled in. Like a dummy, I went with him. He told me, I won't let anything happen to you. You're not from here. No one's looking for you. And that's what I've been told.
Well, he was wrong, right? Something did happen to you.
Very much so.
Right. You got arrested. Right?
I got arrested?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And you were interviewed several times before the proffer, correct?
We're covering the same ground, counsel. Let's move on.
I'm trying to find out when it was that you switched your testimony to what you're saying now, which is what you said yesterday.
Didn't switch my testimony, didn't tell them anything until I talked to my attorney and he told me, you cannot BS, you have to tell them everything. So, you're asking me to remember something from 8 years ago. I barely remember what I ate for breakfast 2 weeks ago. With that being said, I did the best of my ability to recount from 2016 in July when I went to Vegas to have a good time, so I thought. And then conversation came up. And when conversation came up, I knew too much. He had told me that before, in the past. When you know too much, you can't say anything. So I didn't say anything. I did everything that Baker asked me to do.
Okay. But you didn't tell everybody what you're telling us now.
No, I did not.
And here on page 90, you're asked a question during the proffer in Vegas about Monica. Now, at that moment, did you know that she was in Vegas at the same time? No. That whole trip then, did you find out she was in Vegas at some point? No, I don't think. I don't really remember that piece. That was at the proffer with your lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Was that the truth? You didn't see her? You didn't talk to her? You didn't know who she was?
Objection. Compound, argumentative.
Sustain on the first ground.
Did you tell them when they asked, did you know that she was in Vegas at the same time? Did you say no?
I said no. I did not know.
Is that the truth?
That's the truth.
She wasn't in Vegas.
I don't think so, but I might have met her there.
Next question. That whole trip, did you find out she was in Vegas at some point? Answer. No, I don't think. I don't really remember that piece. Was that the truth?
That's the truth.
Well, haven't you told us now that she was in Vegas and that's when you started planning?
Objection
I told
states the testimony.
Sustain.
Okay.
what I said.
Here's another quote from the proffer. Question. Page 51.
1 second, what line?
I don't have the line. It's on page 51.
Well, hold on then, please.
Certainly.
I'll have to search for it.
Certainly. I didn't realize the numbers on the side were the lines. It's line 8 to 20 to 20. It's been a while, Your Honor. Mr. Austin,
Yes, sir.
this was a question of yours at the proffer with your lawyer when you knew you had to tell the truth, right?
Yes, sir.
Question, was there anybody else in these conversations 4 to 5 months before the murder involving how to do it, causing harm to Monica's husband besides you, Robert Baker, and Al Birdsong? Answer, I don't know. I don't remember other than us, 3. Other than us. Question, 3? Answer, other than us 3, I think. Question, you think? Answer, like who else? Like you're asking me who else? Question, was on the calls. I honestly don't remember. I'm not trying to lie to you. Was that the truth?
Yes, sir.
So you didn't know who was on the calls?
No, sir, I did not.
You didn't know Monica Sementilli was on the calls?
I did not know if she was or not.
Didn't you tell us in court just now and yesterday that Baker told you she was on the calls?
Objection states testimony.
It's overruled.
I don't know if I recall that.
Didn't you just say that?
I don't know if I recall that. She might have said possibly. I didn't hear her voice.
But here you said the only one on the calls was the 3 of you.
That I heard, yes.
Well, how did you know that she was involved then?
Objection vague.
Overruled.
How did you know that she was involved then?
As Baker told me, she wanted him dead.
Let's go to the proffer, page 54, lines 12 to 28. You knew the proffer was being recorded, correct?
I was informed.
One moment. Page 50,
4.
12 to 28.
Yes.
I don't think that's right. Page 118.
Page 64, I'm sorry.
From the first day or the second day, counsel?
Proffer 1, first day. Sorry, Mr. Birdsong. Page
His
60.
name is not Mr. Birdsong,
I'm sorry,
counsel.
Mr. Austin. I double apologize.
No worries.
Okay, here's the questions and answers by you. My question to you is, did you and Baker...
One moment. Oh, you're just gonna be right.
My question to you is, did you and Baker discuss the fact that Monica wanted her husband dead prior to the time that you came to L.A.? Answer, yes. What did Baker tell you about that? Answer, he told me from what I can recall, well, she doesn't like him, she's gonna come into some money. Question, she's gonna come into some money? Question, what does that mean? Answer, I'm assuming if he dies, she is gonna get some money for it. Is that what Baker said? Yes. Question, if her husband dies, she'll come into money? Yes. Okay, so that was part of the conversation with Birdsong? Was that also part of the conversation with Birdsong? Remember that?
Yes, sir, I do.
So, He didn't tell you anything about insurance money, did he?
Objection, Vegas the time,
Overruled.
and Vegas to who?
Overruled.
Not until after.
Not until after what?
After he passed away.
After you killed him, he told you then it was going to be insurance money.
Yeah.
But here you said, I'm assuming if she dies, she's going to get some money for it. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
So you were never told you were going to get money from anything. You were assuming when she dies, you'll get it, correct?
That was my recollection at the time. They asked me to go backwards. So I went backwards to that train of thought.
Do you
Not what I
remember?
know today.
Do you remember saying, I'm assuming they were going to try to pay me, but they didn't say the amount?
Yes.
Baker said he's going to get her to give me some money for victim's wife.
Page, lines, and straight.
Page 1, Proffer 1, page 68.
It's been a tense cross-examination of Christopher Austin. He seems to be holding his own throughout questions about whether or not he is testifying in a certain way on behalf of the state because he wants that deal and not because it's the truth. Let's get to a break and we'll get you back in for more of how the defense team for Monica Sementilli is going to try and tear into the star witness's testimony.
It's a whodunit Hollywood story.
Monica Sementilli is accused of plotting to kill her husband.
Celebrity hairstylist Fabio Sementilli.
The celebrity stylist murder trial. Today, only on Court TV.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, did Karen Reed leave Officer John O'Keefe to die in the snow? Or is it all one big setup? We have the very latest from today's big hearing.
Closing Arguments, tonight at 8, 7 Central, only on Court TV.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. Before we get you back into that courtroom in California for the Monica Sementilli trial, we do have an update out of Michigan, where earlier today, a judge declared 3 missing boys legally dead. 5-year-old Tanner, 7-year-old Alexander, and 9-year-old Andrew all went missing back in 2010, 15 years ago, after their father, John Skelton, failed to return them home to their mother, Tanya Zuvers. After the Thanksgiving holiday is when this happened, and police questioned Skelton and searched his home at the time, but they were unable to find any evidence of the 3 boys who have remained missing now for that time period. Earlier this week, a probate court hearing was held to respond to the petition that was filed by the mother, Tanya, to have her 3 sons declared legally dead. It was a 3-day process, and the Michigan probate court, Judge Catherine Sala, issued a split decision finding that there was sufficient evidence suggesting that the boys are dead, but not enough to conclude they were murdered by their father. Skelton, the father, is currently in prison after he pleaded no contest to unlawful imprisonment of his sons, and he's set to be released in November. He has never been charged with his son's death. Let's go back now, though, to California, where the state's star witness is on the stand in the celebrity stylist murder trial. Monica Sementilli is accused of conspiring with her lover, Robert Baker, to kill her famous hairstylist husband. A third man, Christopher Austin, was also enlisted to help carry out this murder, and now he has taken the stand to testify against Monica. Let's go back into court, picking it up right where we left off with Austin's testimony.
May I proceed? You said, I'm assuming they were going to try to pay me, but they didn't say the amount. Baker said he's going to get her to give me some money. I'll get Monica to get you some money. You trusted Baker. Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
So nothing about getting insurance money again. Before the murder.
No, sir.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Austin. You were asked a question on page 73, line 6. If you can, and when you say he, like, let us know who, because now we are kind of diverted a little bit. Can he tell us, if you're okay with it, Beth, just kind of like he picked you, what the conversation was? Like, just tell us straight through. And then she can go back and, like, ask you some specifics. She meant Miss Silverman, right?
Yes, sir.
They were both there. And you know what we're looking for is like, and you say, I know, you know what we're looking for is like, who's talking to who? How do you know? And you answer, I want to make sure I get what you're asking. Question, I know. Answer, 4. Mr. Aval, your lawyer, says truthfully. You say truthfully. Ms. Stengel says right, and you say, I don't want to. Oh yeah, that happened. And then you say yes, and I just say yeah. Ms. Stengel, yeah, right, we want to know why, specifics. And you say, I don't want to do that. Why'd you say that?
Because I was trying to remember what they were, when they asked me the question, I was trying to remember everything that took place. The pause makes it seem like I'm making things up when I'm actually just trying to remember and give them the... Yeah.
Going on, question, if you could do it in your words, just kind of walk us through when he picked you up, maybe, and then we can go back so that from your words you can kind of tell us, and you know what we're asking you is the conversation about the planning and who was involved in it and how you knew things. And you said, I knew things mostly from Baker. Question, okay, and if you just go through it then, question by Miss Silverman. So you also said Birdsong was on the phone and giving, and you say Bird, I did, but in that sense that was more coaching, because again I was on a need to know. So when they talked about it, question, what do you mean by a need to know? Question,
Objection, there's no question pending.
Yeah, this is going too far afield. Ask your question, counsel.
Didn't you say they're only telling me parts, like I've never talked to Monica other than meeting her, I'm cool, this is what I do. Did you say that?
Yes.
And when you met her, I was just being myself and pleasant, I don't know what's going on at this time. Right?
Yes.
That's what you want to know, you said, right?
That's what I said.
So the truth is, you never spoke to Monica or saw her, and Mr. Baker never told you anything that she said. Isn't that true?
Well, I'll have to break it up.
Truth is, you never spoke to Monica about this case at any time, either on the phone, in person, or anywhere else.
That is correct.
And the only thing that you added when you moved up here was that Mr. Baker told you this, right?
Can you ask me that again, please?
Let me move on. I think we've gone through that. When you got to town, you went back to Baker's house. Is that correct?
Objection, Vegas' time.
The morning of the murder, when you came, the morning before the murder, when you first flew in, Who picked you up?
Baker,
Where'd he take you?
Objection cumulative.
Sustain.
to his apartment.
Sorry, sir. When I say you sustain, it means you don't answer.
Thank you, sir.
And from the apartment, then you went to the store?
Objection cumulative.
Sustained.
Well, when did you go to the store to buy the knife?
Objection cumulative.
This I'll allow.
Sometime maybe after 12
Where'd you go?
to a Walmart, I believe.
Baker already had one knife, is that right?
Objection cumulative.
That be sustained.
The knife that was bought at Walmart, you were asked. But the knife that was bought at Walmart with you present, you used for the murder, is what kind of knife?
Objection, no question pending.
Remember your answer?
Very well.
Are you asking what knife was bought at Walmart?
Yeah.
Counsel, page line, please.
Page 76,
Lines.
Proffer 1.
Question was, you remember your answer? You remember your answer?
Yes, pocket knife,
A pocket knife.
pocket folding knife.
Pocket folding knife. And then you were shown a knife, is that right?
I was.
And you said that's the one? And the question was, is this the knife you bought with you? And you said, I think so.
Yes, sir.
Is that the right answer? I think so?
Yes, sir.
But you wouldn't call this folding knife, you call it a hunting knife.
Excuse me?
You called it a hunting knife, didn't you?
I called it a what?
Hunting knife.
No, I did not. That was a folding knife.
That was a mistake? You only bought one knife with them, or did you buy more than one? Remember that question?
I believe.
Cumulative.
This is still the proper. It's overruled.
Remember?
Yes.
And then you said, I think there were two knives. You bought two knives that night? I think so, yes. What was the other knife? That was a hunting knife, right?
Yes.
So first you thought he bought one knife, then you thought he bought two knives, right?
That's what I thought, yes.
So what's the answer, the correct answer, if you know?
The correct answer is there were two knives during this situation.
I understand that, but my question is, how many knives did Mr. Baker buy the night of the murder? Or the day before the murder?
Two? Maybe he had one at the house?
So there were three knives total?
Pause.